Okay, while we were off the camera, you pulled out your cheat sheet there and looked up the answer, huh? What did you find in your notes?
I found a month. It was the month, the first week of January. She opened her eyes and looked straight ahead, and that same week she started moving her thumb on command.
Now, were you the only one who believed that, or were the medical people starting to, nurses and the doctors, see it as well?
Oh no, they're taking care of too many people. I mean, we were the ones that were there doing, everything.
Did they believe you?
You know what? I don't even know if I told them. I don't know if I told them. I don't think I did. But they were pleased. But I got the feeling they were pleased with what she was doing. She did start communicating. Like I said, you'd ask her something, she'd raise her, her thumb, and her eyeball started moving around. The next week I have.
So that would have been eyeball started to move when?
Yeah, the second week of January, so like 5 weeks after the accident.
What exact date do you have in your notes there?
Pardon me?
You wrote down the date that her eyeball started?
January 13th. Eyes center and left. Her accident was on the right side of her head, so it's the left side is the problem. So right now she can't move her left side of her body.
Right.
And that was basically all the doctors, the brain surgeon told us. The left side is going to be a problem.
And they took out a significant proportion of her left frontal lobe?
No, not a significant proportion. No, I don't really know.
They took out something.
On the right side.
On the right side of her brain?
On the right side.
Right side.
Yeah. I don't think it was all that
I get my right
left mixed up. I do that.
The right side is where the injury was.
Yes, so that affects the opposite side of your body.
And they did take some portion of the right side of her frontal lobes out. Or was it the frontal lobes that you said they did a lobectomy?
Yes.
So they took out a portion of her brain.
I see.
It's not.
I don't really know. I am sorry. I don't know. See, it's during that time when you're so traumatized, you don't really know. And I do have all the hospital records. I could go back and look at it, I guess. But
well, if you want to pull those out and send them to us, we'll take a look at them.
Okay.
But we don't require that, and it's not necessary. The doctors are only giving you incomplete information. Are you getting to talk to the neurosurgeon?
yes, I did. He was always seemed very pleased with what was going on. I mean, it wasn't like a lot of information. Again, you really don't even know what to ask because you're, I didn't even think about what, all he said was I have to remove part of her brain. That's what he said, part of her brain. I don't know what part. It's so badly damaged, she's not going to miss it. So I have looked at the medical records, and it's very technical. It's hard to understand. So I'm sure the answer is in there.
Did they show you the CT scans?
No, I never saw them. I know she had them.
How long is she
She would get a CT scan, and we'd never hear the results. They would never say anything. So we just thought, well, I guess no news is good news.
During that first week, the CT scans were probably getting worse. The first week, you said the swelling was getting worse.
Yeah.
During that period, the CTs were probably getting worse.
Yeah.
And that's why they decided they had to do that.
Right. Well, they had that monitor, the intracranial pressure monitor. Yeah.
They had put that in right away.
Oh yeah.
Now, you say by January 13th, you're seeing she's following eye movements.
Yeah.
When's the next significant change?
Well, she was in the ICU, or the NICU for like 4 weeks. So then she went to the ICU.
She's there for how long?
She was in there for another month. So in ICU for like 2 months. She was in the NICU, then moved to the ICU.
Where did they take her from there?
Then she went to a room on the 5th floor at Bayfront Hospital.
Did they tell you, do you have written down when she went to the 5th floor?
Oh, yeah. It was, okay, see, I'm wrong. It's a good thing I have notes. Room 551 was January 20th. So that was only like 6 weeks after her accident. She came out of the ICU. So she was only in the ICU for about a week then. Yeah, right here.
The NICU, and then she went...
The ICU.
Okay, so she was in NICU for about a month, and then
Correct.
about a week
Yes.
before they moved her to the 5th floor.
Yes.
Was the